Hello, everybody. I am here with fellow GNDL moderator. He's not playing this season, but I'm sure he'll be back. How are you doing today, Ram?
Pretty good. Been a pretty busy week and just a busy semester overall. That's why I wasn't in GNDL, but looking forward to joining back. Been pretty interesting games that I've been seeing. And I'm looking forward to analyzing Sinnoh's draft.
Yes, we're definitely not 5 weeks into the season right now. Uh,
Yeah,
hey, I mean, better late than never, I guess. All right.
true. True.
Starting it off, we're gonna go just in the order it's listed on the bottom of my screen on the dock. Here we
Sounds
go.
good.
Beast Brawlers, coached by
Yeah,
Beast. What are your thoughts?
I I mean this team is like really scary. It's just like all gas, no breaks. I don't really see a lot of defensive on this team. It's just go for broke with offense. Like this is like as HO as it can get, in my opinion at least. I think the pair captains are pretty neat for what they are. Um, yeah, I mean it's. I feel like if he were to take out of the Pokemon on his team and focus on having a better defensive profile, I would say this is a really strong contender for a great team.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about your best defensive Pokemon being Kyurem. Uh,
Right? Yeah, I agree. Again, I sort of see the vision and what he's going for. Just like Snow hyper often with like Ditto, Valley as like I guess somewhat for defense or utility or like to stop a reverse sweep. It's like Kid Me would love to play with this team. You know what I mean?
yeah.
This team
I
looks really cool on like paper.
I feel like he drafted the first four Mons and then was like, I'm just gonna do ridiculous stuff.
There, but I personally think this team is just really fun. It's like I wouldn't be upset piloting this team. I mean, I would probably get like worried about like eating hits, but like at least you know your games are going to be quick. You either win or lose quick, in my opinion, with this team. Like he has like Darm Galler and then Iron Boulder, which is like, in my opinion, the best cleanup sweeper that we have this gen. And then Serum is like the best
Wow,
breaker this gen.
that's crazy. Best cleanup sweeper we have this gen. Hmm,
Well,
maybe.
you disagree? 124 base speed with booster,
Oh,
like
that may be true.
it just like Mog's Valiant now. Like when it came down in OU, everyone was using booster speed Boulder just to beat booster speed Val.
Yeah,
It's just a new Val in my opinion. I mean, with a shittier typing and cool, but like
and
can't have it all.
not having both attacks, not having a lot of things Valiant has.
Yeah, it's fine. Min max like stats. Yeah, that's fair.
Let's see. What are ooh,
Um, some
uh,
suggestions would definitely be like dropping like in my opinion like Luxray, Sceptile, Pidgeot, Mega, and then Ditto. I definitely feel like he could drop all of those and like actually like invest in pivots in this team.
I would drop for Alligator
Really
too.
thought
I would drop all three Terramons, Ditto, Mega Pidgeot, maybe for it too.
I can understand for Alligator because like, if it's like a personal preference, totally understand. But it's not even that bad of a tear cap. And Dragon Dance for Alligator is a very scary mod to face. Um, but yeah, I do agree. For Alligator, it probably isn't the best tear captain if he's solely looking for to just like win, and that's it.
I just think his
Yeah, no,
team is
I
already
think
full. I just think his team is already full of these physical monsters. I don't really know when Feraligatr is coming over Curum, Boulder,
yeah, no,
Darm.
that's what I'm saying. I think he needs to like sacrifice Luxray, Sceptile, to, I guess like even Spirit, so Pidgeot Mega for those pivots, so that for Alligator can succeed. Because that's like the end goal,
Yeah,
or
that's
if not
fair.
for Alligator, Iron Boulder with Booster. That's like my only criticism to this team is that he just needs to sacrifice some of his middle and low tier Pokemon to like help play support for his top tiers and his Paracap for Alligator. Which he like if he does that, I think this would be a pretty strong team.
Um, his fairy and his steel are Silvally.
Yeah, there's typos. I do agree.
Yeah.
Um, like honestly, most teams in Sinnoh do have typos, and like I think it's still Valley is just a good catch-all, I
Wait,
guess.
yikes! His ground is also Silvally.
Yeah, true. I mean, he has Ditto, if there's any merit to that. But
I'm
yeah,
not
again, like when
counting
I was
that as a
looking
fairy, a
through,
steel, or a ground.
fair. Again, I do think he would benefit greatly if he just dropped his mid tier for with like better defensive typings and just defensive stats overall that could pivot. If he could have like a Slowking on this team, or like I think Slowking would be amazing on this team. Um, yeah, or Glowking. Slowking's probably cheaper.
Ram and Rocker advising drafting a Slowking twin. That's
Real,
crazy.
real. This team would be perfect, no? Like he has a Darm, he has a Kiram. I, this is like the chili reception team.
What team isn't perfect with a Glow King?
Honestly, yeah, fair, valid point. I don't think he has a grounded poison either, which is annoying. But again, I don't like that criticism could be made for a lot of Sinnoh teams.
Yeah,
It's not just him in particular.
I don't know. I think not having a real ground steel or fairy is like at that point. I don't know.
I mean, like I think this team is more forgiving for the typos because like it's just going for broke.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
guess what he's going for. I mean, based on
it's
this draft,
okay.
he's not trying to play defensively.
Well, yeah. I mean, what mod is there for like eating hits? Nothing. Like maybe Luxray for like intimidate, I guess, but like that's it.
Sil Valley and Curum, bruh.
Yeah, sure, but I don't know. Saying Serum is your defensive profile is crazy to me.
Yeah, no.
It is for Bozia's mom, which is really sad. But don't like. I'm personally a fan of this team in the sense that like the idea behind it. I definitely think there's a lot of tweaking that needs to be done. I think there's a good vision behind it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Beast probably knows what he was going for. So like,
Oh, for sure.
good on him.
You got heavy
I
hitters. What's the lineup
I
of heavy hitters?
personally cannot stand a draft without a real ground type. Uh,
Fair.
and I'm stuck on that. But
I Yeah, I will say the ground no ground type is probably a mistake in draft that like be like really hard for makes it really hard for you to win. You can scrape by with no fairy. You could probably scrape by with no steel or no grounded poison. But yeah, ground having a no ground or no electric immunity is really annoying. Electric immunity, no, right?
you cannot scrape by with no fairy and no steel though. He has no dragon resist at all.
Yeah, I mean he does have like two great dragon killers with Kurum and Darm.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
he's got
I get what you're saying.
he has Silvally Fairy, which he will probably bring many times.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, technically Vulpix Alola, right? Fairy type.
It's not a fairy. It's not a fairy.
Is it actually?
Nope.
Wow. Okay.
Vulpix Alola is pure ice.
Again, like you said, I think the top like four Pokemon, gas, straight heat. The rest, maybe just like tweak it so like you can like other like lower tier mons can like play support for those top four. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we're repeating ourselves now, so I'll move on.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. Um, this team's also pretty cool, but there are some typos. I think no, never mind.
This looks like a rocker
Yeah,
draft.
never mind. You think so?
This looks like a rocker
These
draft.
are mons that you would like. That's true. I like Terra Proxmont. I like Cyclozar. They're really cool options, in my opinion. Rotom, just because we had the points, pretty solid. Uh, removal for this team is Bushcore, Blastoise, Cyclozar, and Proxmont. Okay, he has removal. Hazard settings, he has Gren, Ethan, Bushcore, Ogerpon. Oh yeah, he's cooking the game. This is a pretty solid team. I'm trying to see
Yeah.
like, is there any like, any, I mean, there's like speed gap if, if that counts, like a big criticism.
Fairies with HP ground are not fun
So, Fairy plus ground is just brutal dual combination of like food. So
in
you
general,
really
yeah.
can't hold them against that. Yeah, like that's not really the draft's fault. That's just a really good combo. I think this is a solid team. I'm a fan. I think he he has really good hazard support and hazard removal on this team that enables him to sweep with like Iron Valiant and Gren. With
Bro, this
Heath
team
and
is
Gliscor is a
this
great
team
combo.
is so fast.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Well,
somehow he manages to not
with
have a speed
Ogerpon,
gap. So
oh no, no, Cyclone. Yeah, no, I yeah, this is a really solid team. I have no complaints against it. Nothing I can personally point out. His defensive core is really solid too. Like featuring Gliscor, Blastoise, Mega, and Cycles up.
I kind of I guess if I were to say something, I kind of wish Ogrepone was a Terramon and Cyclizar and Rotom weren't.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
Just
I
to
do
have,
think that Ogerpon would definitely be a stronger option.
yeah. Um,
I'm personally, I don't like Ogerpon Terra just because it's so predictable. But I understand how like you're getting the plus one speed boost and then like because you're just hitting like a nuke. I understand.
yeah, I in general I
I just think it's
agree,
easy to
but I just don't think Terra Cyclizar is gonna scare anyone.
shift your sets are about to cook. Trust.
Okay,
Your cycles out in your rubber
maybe.
room. But yeah, no, I do think that if you just allotted the Terra cap to Ogerpon, that would probably make his team more solid. But again, I this is probably like a contender for like number one team and for
Yeah,
now.
it's very good. Um, Pivoting wise, Gliscor, Ogrepone, Cyclizar, Crafii, Rotom, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like again, like he has like a good defensive score, a good offensive score.
If the
Has the
biggest
hazard
problem I can
with
come up
cycles
with
out.
on your team is you're weak to Fairy plus Ground, it's a pretty solid team.
I agree. You want to move on?
Sure, yeah.
All right. Happy Nathan. I'm in
Hmm.
team.
Yo,
Ooh, this
Iceman
is cool.
drafted a real team this time.
Real. Ooh, with the 1 point Mudkip Terra cap.
Hey, something.
$3 for the game. Wow. Mudkip came to a game. Wow, that's crazy.
What did it do in the game?
I don't know. If he won that game, he's a goat. Get this man out of Sinnoh.
He's 5-0.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. If he won the game with the where he brought the Mudkip, dude does not belong in Sinnoh. Like, get him out. Um, this team is just Serene Grace, the team. He has the Dunsparce and Skyman. Diabolical activities right here with Rotom Wash spreading paras. This is evil. This is evil team.
He needs a Jirachi and a Togekiss. Uh,
No, he does not. Take those, like, no sanity. Please don't draft any more Serene Grace. Rose, I could see like what he's trying to do. He's just trying to spread as many pairs with Rotom Wash and Screamtail, and just make people suffer with Shaman Sky or Dunsparce. Cool. This is cool and unusual punishment. This is messed up.
I think the Dunsparce is probably more of an offensive on this team.
True, but with Terra, I could definitely see like setup sweeps happen with Serene. Like if he can definitely open up some setup opportunities with Serene Grace, and like he doesn't even have to like fit Thunderwave in his own slot or Glare. He has like great Thunderwave mons with Rotom Wall and Screamtail. You see him run away with a game with the Dunsparce, the Coil, or like all mons.
I wish this team had a rapid spinner.
I agree. That is annoying that Corviknight's like your go-to defogger. This team isn't
I think this
it's just
team.
Garchomp,
I think.
right, for Hazard.
I think Skyman and Gouging Fire and even Typhlosion Hisui to get those breaks that they want.
Yeah,
Hazards being up on the opponent's
yeah.
side are pretty big.
Yeah, Hazard game is a bit weak. I agree. Garchomp and then Screamtail, right? That's it. Or the Dunsparce. But like, Jesus, the Dunsparce is your rocker. That's weird, but creative.
People use the Dunsparce as a rocker all the time. It's not a bad rocker.
Not but like if it's your Terra Cap, it's weird. Like you, if it's Terra Cap and you're going into a game with Terra the Dunsparce, you probably wanted to use that as a sweeper or a breaker with Boom Burst or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
I feel
Mudkip
like
might get
it's a
rocks.
misutilization of. You know what? That probably was what it was doing in the game.
Does it get rocks?
Probably does. I could look that up real quick. Planning on looking up if Mudkip had rock.
Mudkip does not get rocks, at least in Gen 9.
Yeah.
It does
I'm just
not
gonna
get
make a guess
rocks.
that he doesn't have it.
It doesn't have rocks.
I feel like it's a fair guess. And like his only removal option is defog and close, right? Like that's it.
Uh,
It's not bad. I mean, he did pay a lot for a good
I
defogger.
mean,
It's just
Rotom Wash also defogs, but
not true. But like if you have a Corviknight, probably gonna put defog on that over Rotom Wall.
yeah, probably. But
But like Rotom Wall has better moves to run than
I just wish
I
it
think
had a
his Terra
rapid.
Captains are really solid. But I feel like isn't he under the point allocation? 15, isn't the budget like 20?
Yeah, he's at 15.
Yeah, I definitely think he could utilize his Terra points better. For what? I don't know.
I don't think he
I do think that the
can.
Dunsparce.
I don't think with this draft he
I would
can
feel like make
because
exactly. He would have to make some exchanges.
Muckalola and Screamtail are both fine with their typings.
Right. I think the only thing I would like argue for is like maybe drop like Muckalola than the bottom three to like get a better Terra Cap for himself and like better removal. Like
I don't know.
outside of just
I
default.
like Typhlosion Hisui. I think that mon is good.
It is a good mon. Trust. I try. Like I've seen it cook, but it's just like visually upsetting that he's not using all his terror cap points. But like I get it. He has excellent terror cap, and I'm not arguing against it. It's the same that he's not using
I
all
have
his
to
terror
call
cap
you
points.
out
That's
right
all.
now. You convinced me to stop using all my Terra points, and now I'm not using all my Terra points.
In what the Kanto League?
Yeah. I-
Cloister. From okay, but Shell Smash Cloister, a solid
yes.
mod.
No,
That's just something that when
I
people raise as
agree.
a
I agree. The transaction made sense, but like you don't have to use all your Terra points.
true, but like he has like five left on the board.
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, it's a solid team. I just think it would greatly benefit from like a rocker. Like sorry, not a rocker, a rapid spinner.
Yep.
But other than that, I like it. Uh, Columbus New Jackets. No, unless you have something to say.
I'm just trying to think if there's any. I'm trying to find any like glaring issues to me because I actually think this team's pretty solid. Got really good slow
Yeah, there's
pivots.
not the typings are all there. There's all the crucial typing. It has everything like on in a good draft team.
Yep. Yeah.
Like I'm just nitpicking, really. Columbus
All
New
right,
Jackets.
Columbus Mew Jackets.
Oh, it's a psychic terrain Sneasler team with the net mega.
Yeah.
Oh,
Psychic Terrain Sneasler. I wonder who's drafted that. Um.
deal. This team is definitely strange. Like it's looking at it, like I see components that like I see like how it works together, but like I don't in the complete picture of this team. Um,
He started off with a really solid fighting psychic dark core. Um.
oh yeah, for sure. Even the Terra Cap Arcanine Hisui is like a solid Terra Cap. I think like priority is big, especially in a knockout format. Um, for a format where the power level is really high. Running Poison Terra Normal extreme speed to like get you out of like a pin is great.
Yeah, I agree. I think just straight up having psychic terrain with options
He
like
does have one
speed boosting mons like Zergatrees, Scarf, Arcanine, Hisui, Sneasler.
there are definitely mods that have like sticky terrain, like Arcanine Hisui with E speed or Banette Mega because it has Prankster, right? That'd be a little annoying. The other than that, I don't think there's like any other mon that doesn't like psychic terrain on the team. I think everyone else enjoys it because Crocodile
I think Arcanine
enjoys it.
has
It seems like it's
I think Arcanine Hisui overall enjoys it. I think knowing that no one can outspeed your Scarf Head Smash is pretty big.
right, but like, what priority are you afraid of as an Arcanine?
Aqua Jet, Vacuum
But
Wave.
you're a Terra, like
Vacuum wave.
I
Well,
guess.
okay, you're Terra, but you could still Terra into a type that's scared of a different one. Like,
I think like having a terrain that stops you from spamming E speed is more of a hindrance than protecting Arcanine from priority because it's bulky enough to live a lot of priority hits.
that thing is not living abandoned Aqua Jet from Azu.
Okay, but it's a Terra Captain. He's not going to keep it as a fire rock type. It's going to be whatever.
It's probably going to be a rock type.
but it could also be. I mean, it doesn't have to be.
No,
Like
right, but I'm
I
I'm
do
saying
agree.
in psychic terrain, it's probably going to be a rock type, right?
Of head smash, I agree. Or Terrifier. I do like Blastoise and Circuitry in Psychic Terrain. I do see like
Yeah.
Scarf on Circuitry or like a Blunder Policy Zerk would go crazy. Shell Smash Blastoise would go crazy. Expanding Force. Wait, does it benefit from the frame because it levitates, right?
What are you talking about?
Like, does Latias have expanding force, and does it get the buff in the terrain because it levitates?
Expanding force does get the buff, yeah, but
No, no, but it's levitating. That's the issue.
no, right, but it's based on the poke. It's based on the Pokemon it hits,
I see. Got it.
but it doesn't get it
Yeah, I
anyway.
was just
So
confused by
it
the
it
two
doesn't get
credits.
expanding force anyways. It doesn't matter.
Rip. It
But I
doesn't
mean,
get buff
it'll
from the
its psychic moves will be
That's fine.
boosted. Its psychic moves will be boosted. So
Oh, that's not how terrain works. You have to be like standing on terrain to get the boost, right? I'm like
mm,
fairly certain. Like the rule of thumb is that if you sit on the terrain, you get the benefits from it. But if you're floating above it, you don't. Because Latias is not protected from sucker punch.
no, right, but I'm pretty sure it's based on the Pokemon that is getting hit usually.
Besides the point, I like the top
Whatever.
three. It worked well together.
Yeah.
Um, the defensive core, Latias, Farm, Boys, and Floette Eternal. Unless I'm missing something. I guess Indeedee, in a way. No,
I mean, jump
I would
fluff
say that the
technically.
defensive core, yeah, but like, not really.
And
I would say the defensive core is a bit frail.
Crook can function defensively for sure.
True, true. That is fair. He would probably have to use Crocodile as a defensive option for a lot of games.
Yeah, I
Just
think
because I do feel like a lot of his options are limited.
AV Crook is
It's like,
probably a AV Crook is probably a like saving grace on this team. Some matchups.
I agree. Completely agree. Um, do you have any more points on Columbus New Jackets, or do you want to move on?
I mean, speed tiers are great. Um,
Oh,
I'm a big
dude,
fan of. I'm a big fan of Latias Skarmory Blastoise defensive core. I think it's pretty good.
personally like my defensive core to be bulky, like really bulky. Like I like to draft like Ferrothorn, Tapu Fini, like something that I know that I won't get swept by.
Skarmory and
Um,
Latias are pretty
but yeah,
freaking
no,
bulky, man.
true. But I'm just so they do cover for each other pretty well, don't they? That is fair.
Yeah.
The momentum on the team bit lacking. He has like U-turn on Sneasler. I'm not counting baton pass on Latias. Arm doesn't get any momentum. Xerxes,
Latias not getting
most of the
flip
time, he's
turn
not going to.
is stupid. Why does Latios get flip turn but Latias doesn't?
It's a better one. What can I say? Um, Blastoise has flip turn.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I, the only
Circuitry
argument
gets
I really
switched.
have for this
Circuitry
team,
gets switched, right?
he gets Volt Switch, but like, if you're running a Scarf Burst, you're probably not running Volt.
That's fair.
But yeah, no. And also, speed tiers doesn't really matter. Like in this team, just because like has great priority and he has unburned Sneasler, he always wins. Speed doesn't matter to him.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
So, Roking, my
Speaking
beloved.
speaking of Megalodius, um,
Yeah, I think with Flip Turn, it becomes a really strong mon this gen.
no,
Um, I'll tell you a minute. With, paired with Coco and Iron Threads for that Dragon Fairy Steel Core, that's diabolical.
Hmm.
That's crazy. Um, and then a Terra Cap Iron Thorns to benefit from the Tapu Koko Electric Crane. That's pretty cool. I really do like that concept.
yeah, mini little electric terrain core with treads and thorns.
Yeah, it's not a full commit, but it's like you can definitely see how his team benefits from it greatly. Like you could probably like flip in the Rotom Mo, um, Rising Voltage. That would be really neat if it did. Looking it up right now.
It does get rising voltage.
That would be really cool tech.
Yeah, that's pretty that's pretty cool.
The pivots in this team is great. He has flip. I think like 5 Pokemon. He has like great pivot moves on all of them. And
Yeah,
then yeah, no,
yeah,
like this is a really solid team. Just the top five. Like grab a random Terracap or Arachnid for Rub.
yeah. I guess I wish
I
he had
will
a.
say better abuser for Web.
I was gonna say better abuser for webs, better just breaker in general. Like Lucario is good, Latios is good, but
I personally think Latios can probably really well. It's 160 special attack, and you can just let loose with Draco.
you know, I guess
And
I
in
wish
my
this team.
opinion,
I
when
guess
you
I
have a
wish that.
Slowking,
I guess I wish this team had a Darmanitan Galar or a Dracovish.
that's fair. That's fair. Well, Garm would make sense. I don't know how well Dracovish would fit on the team. Yeah.
I don't know.
Um. Also, on top of that, I think with Slowking Goer using Future Sight, the need for you to have a breaker on your team with
It's fair.
a great pivot mode that can set up F sites while pivoting out. I think that alone
Ram,
has like
Ram,
such a good burden.
you know why I'm hesitant about this team?
Why?
Because he has a slow kick Galar, but he has no chili reception abuser.
I agree. I mean, like Alpine sort of benefits from it. I wish that he like dropped Piloswine and Wugtrio to find like
A bear
Flush
tick
Rush user.
or an Alolan Sandslash.
Bear take. A Alolan Sandslash would be amazing because you could actually set up Veil for your team. Um, I just think that Sandslash is a better user than but if you're going
Regardless,
for
they'd
solely
both be
offense,
better than Piloswine and Wugtrio.
that's fair. And he doesn't even need Palestine because he has an excellent ground type of Iron Thread.
No, yeah, he does not need
What
Piloswine.
if he had the Palestine Thread? Rock? No, he doesn't even need rocks. He has Thread. And then Iron Thorn gets rocks too. I don't know. I don't know why he has Palestine in Montreal. I guess he's a 1 point Terry cap. Maybe he's just like me. He probably wants to fill out his like all his points. Yeah, no. This team looks really scary. Just wish that like he had a better webs abuser. Like the best
Yeah.
one he has is probably like Latios, I guess. I mean, it does benefit from webs for like high end speed tiers mod.
Threads in terrain,
And
maybe.
Spreads in terrain, sure. Like I feel like it's really easy to remove terrain. especially if you prep well enough.
Yeah.
There's a lot of conditions for you to remove terrain. There's not a lot of conditions for you to remove weather. That's the issue between and
All right.
how to
Moving
play
on.
this. Fourth Bailiff, TP single strike,
Urshifu Landorus
crazy.
Annihilate.
Annihilate on the same team is crazy to me.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
I think Wonder and Letter would be fine. I think drop Annihilate would be better for the team. Just get a solid ghost type. Sure, you can find one. 16 points or less. Oh, he already has a ghost type with
He has a
Skeleton.
Skeledirge.
Yeah, I mean, he could just probably use the 16 points for anything else. Does he have a grounded poison? No, he doesn't. Yeah, I mean, he could use those 16 points to get a grounded poison.
His team straight up doesn't have removal unless you count Defog Landorus.
That's actually really sad, and you are correct. Wow.
Defog
Yeah, no.
Whimsicott. Defog Whimsicott as well.
Defog Whimsicott's fair, but he's only brought like how many? Oh, never mind. He's brought
How many
no. He's
games
only
is
brought one of
Whimsicott
them.
coming to? How many games is Whimsicott coming to?
Yeah, that's a bit brutal. Having no removal. I think he should probably allocate his 16 points from Annihilate to get some removal on the team and a grounded poison. Um, is there any types that he's missing? I guess he's missing a dragon type, but that's not like crucial.
He doesn't have a steal.
Is he missing a fairy?
He doesn't have a steal.
He does not have a steel. Yeah, fair.
He's not technically missing a
Yeah,
fairy because again, he technically has a Whimsicott.
yeah, yeah. He does, doesn't he? Whimsicott, it's a cool fairy. I mean, it's a cool terror cat. I'll give you that, but it's not a terror cat, so it's sad. Um,
It's a fairy that loses to most dragons because it dies to poison
I
jab.
will say, I did remember this one thing. He drafted Terror Cap Guard really, really early onto the draft. He didn't really build his team around it. Like, if I was to draft a team around Guard, I'd get a lot of knockoff users to, like, remove the clothes. Probably a lot of Spadef, that, like, invested Mon, play support around
Let's see.
Guard.
Knockoff
I
users
mean,
on this team is just Lando.
Urshifu? Does
Well,
Urshifu not get knocked? No, it doesn't, right?
Urshifu
Yeah,
does not get
it
knocked.
doesn't.
I'm
You're
pretty
right.
certain.
Yeah, I never seen it use knock. Yeah. Yeah, that's sad. Lando, Ogerpon gets knocked. And then
Right.
Cricketune? That's
Ogerpun
it.
does get knocked because they gave that mon literally every freaking like utility attacking move in the game for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, one benefit to this team is that he has all the amount of ways to get hazard stuff. He has sticky webs on Cricketune, spikes on Ogerpon, on Garg and Lando. Yeah, I mean, he does have an ample way, like a good amount of ways to set up hazards. But I feel like Annihilate's a bit repetitive. He does need that skill type. Ground poison and a better form of removal outside of
Can you
Whimsicott
drop
would be
Annihilate
crucial.
and grab a steal with Rapid Spin?
Is there any left? Fortress, I guess. So far.
Honestly, I'd rather have a Fortress on this team than an Annihilate.
I don't know if I would go that far, but I definitely feel like he could use some of that 16 points to pay for the fortress and then like get another
Right,
Jake Mon.
right.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I think fortress would be amazing here. Other than that, like he does have really scary mons like Urshifu, Landorus, Ogerpon, Eldred. It's a shame that the Skelders is not the Terror Cap. Honestly, this team isn't like well built around Guard. I might as well just like put the Terror Cap on Dirge and just drop the Guard alongside the Annihilate and just help his team out by getting like better removal, a steel type, a ground and poison, and
A
ground
better
type can
Terra
like help
Captain,
land
because
element.
Skeledirge is better than Garganackle anyway.
Yeah, yeah, fair, fair, fair. Unaware Terra combo goes crazy. Helps him not get swept. But yeah, no, very long for sure. There's definitely some holes in the team that you need to patch up that are easy fixes, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I do think there's a good team at the base of this that can easily be made in like I think if you switch out
Yeah,
Annihilate
well,
Dirt, if you Annihilate Garg and Whimsicott and grab Fortress, some sort of better fairy, and like 116 sort of sweeper mon, the team becomes better.
the funny thing is, from Dirge to Arboliva, all the mons in between just want to be tear tapped so badly, but like you can only pick two of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, Dirge loves to be tear capped. Whimsicott would love to be Arboliva. Same story. But yeah, no, I feel like if you drop those, like in my opinion, he should drop guard. His team is now well built around it. Like drop guard, drop Whimsicott, drop Arboliva, drop Annihilate. For this team, easy fix. Yeah,
I don't
no.
think you need.
Let's
I don't think
let's
you
move
need to
on.
drop. I don't think you need to drop Arbo. I think it functions without Terra.
Drop what?
I don't think you need to drop Arboliva. I think it functions without Terra. Is what I was saying.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, that is a valid point. I've
Maybe
seen a
grab a
bunch of sets
grassy
work without
terrain
Terra.
abuser.
Who's a grassy terrain abuser though? Like, there's not a lot. Ogerpon does get a grassy glide.
It does. I just looked that up.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's a
Um,
cool. That's a cool option to have.
it's a cool option, but like that's really like situational. We need a proc the grassy terrain onto our Believer, and then position the Ogerpon in the terrain,
Procking the Arboliva
and
is
then
not that
let out
hard.
the grassy glide. You would have to run like red card Arboliva to like not lose momentum.
That sounds like heat to me.
It is. It is. I'm not denying that. I just think it's a bit of a challenge.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
San Antonio Toros
San Antonio Toros, coast by H Nard.
team looks very scary. I see a Pulse. I see a Latias Mega. I see a Tinglu. I see a Alamolomola.
I
Very scary
hate.
team.
I hate this stall core. It makes me angry inside.
Tinglu, Tinglu and Aloe, diabolical. This is diabolical activity right here. This is worse than the Skyman's Ring Race team. Yeah, no, like
Bro
like
drafted all of these annoying ass defensive mods that don't have recovery and Aloe Momola.
uh, like like you would think when you're building against them, like, okay, if I just bring a strong grass type, that's fine. I can break through Tinglu and Aloe. And then you look down and you see Arcanine and you see Talonflame and then you see Swallow and you're like, damn, well,
And you see Stack
fuck.
Attacko, which won't take shit from a grass move.
I will say Stack Attack is a bit redundant on the team when he just has Tinglu. Like, I guess you could run a sleeper set like in Trick Room, but what's the point at that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a better use of his
Stack
points
Attacka
instead of
can be
Stack
like
Attack.
Stack Attacka can be this like it can trick room for itself. It's low down, it has a higher base defense stat than anything else. Almost anything in the game.
Yeah.
It's
But
not
like, it's a
over. It's
quad
not
weak, like,
overlapping types with
of
Tinglu. It's a rock steel.
course. But the thing is, it's like odd week to a lot of stuff. Like like, the best way you would use it is like an iron defense set or like some room sweeper set. But like at that point, like there's better options for the team. He has a pulse. Like I don't think like might as well just have like what is he missing? I just don't think he needs a stack attack on the team. His team doesn't have a ground and poison. That's something. I mean, to be fair, it's not like his team is really weak to T Spike. Eh, could be. It's annoying if the thing lose that poison. Aloe.
Alo's
But like
running
the
heavy
amount of
duty
flying
boots
like,
20 games out of 21.
he did run it for a couple of games that I watched. But yeah, no, Aloe should be running boots for most of the time. Um, a double Dragon Core goes crazy. He has a fairy, which is also a steel. Ground is there. He has no electric type. It's not crucial for someone's draft. They're missing type. There's a lot of type overlap, which I don't think is like really necessary. It's
Yeah,
fire type,
Talonflame is weird on this team for me. You have a Swellow and an
right?
Arcanine, which are both Terracaps. Why does Talonflame ever come?
I guess for the fast defog,
Does
having
Swellow
no
not
rapid
get
spinner when you have a
defog?
King Lu is crazy. So it does, but like you probably just want to like run like full offense on Swallow. You don't want to like waste a turn and defog hazards away.
I guess. I'm just kind of thinking, like, I don't think Talonflame needs to be on this team.
No, I agree. I completely agree. I think this team would benefit more from a rapid spinner than Cloggers. I think like he should allocate some of his points from with Talonflame drop or Ludicolo drop because I don't know why he has a Ludicolo.
So
There's no
Ricolo is
range.
so random on this team.
Yeah, yeah. Like maybe he just picked it because he had points left over and it's his favorite bond. Yes, like as like a gimmick pick
He came to a
to have
game
fun.
and has a kill.
Maybe he started brain dance. I don't know, man. Um, but yeah, no. If he had a spinner, hazard stack King Lu would go crazy, and also a mon that could discourage would be great. Just to really lead into that hazard stack component of the Tinglu Aloe core.
Yeah.
If he had a rapid spinner and a mon that discourages defog, I think this team would be very, very scary to face.
Drop Talonflame, pick up Kilowattrel. Best competitive mon. Uh,
How much is Kilowattrel? Is it not the same price?
it's
Similar?
9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that would be a great pick. He doesn't have electric type either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move on. Sydney Sunley. Ooh, Palafin. Rapagos. Scary top three. Even Raging Bull. It gets less scary after Raging Bull. Not a big fan of Kabalion. Um, but I do see it has 2 kills and it hasn't died yet. They might be cooking. Elfox having 12 kills is crazy.
Delphox
That
having
that
12 kills and 0 deaths is crazy.
right? That's wild. That is like god damn. Um, defensive core is like really strange to me, but it's not bad. Like
You're not a
it has
fan
a
of
Reason
you're not a
Galar.
fan of Terrapagos, Weezing, Galar, Gligar defensive mode?
I mean, you could fit like Raging Bolt in there and like Kabalion, but yeah, and then Clang at one point is wild. Yeah, I'd kill off with Clang.
Bro needed a steal, bruh.
He
Cobalion
has
doesn't
Kabalion.
exist. Cobalion doesn't exist.
So I'm more hung up on the fact that he got killed with playing, and it hasn't died.
It did come to a game. That's crazy.
Not even came to it. Got a kill, Walker. That's crazy.
Who
Um,
let their Pokemon die
well,
to a Clegg?
I don't think I should be commenting on a person who's managed to get a kill with a Clang in a draft league battle. I think they might be the goat. But realistically, I don't know what to say. Like I'm looking at the stats of this team, it's really questioning me. Like I've seen like 12 kills on Delphox, I've seen 1 kill on Clang. Like, no, unseen number. Like if someone told me this, I would not believe you. Um, I think Kabalion as a Terra captain is pretty weak. That's how Mega is a good value pick at 6. Good speed tier. I like it as a dragon. It's also just like you also have Raging Bolt. Yeah, fair. The only
I
overlapping weakness with Raging Bolt is Ice and Fairy, right?
Ice.
And Fairy. In which case you have Palafin and Fairy Resist is Wheezing Dowler and then Clay. Which yeah, maybe that's a big criticism on the team. His team doesn't have a real Fairy Resist one. I could really see like Clark Medium just cleaning up the team. That would be really annoying.
You know what cooks this team? Tinkaton.
Yeah, there. You made a valid point. I do think
Which,
Tinkaton would be Mega Malwa
yeah, but it's more fun to say
would be
Tinkaton
scary.
cooks a team than Mega Ball cooks a team.
That's fair. I do think that Mega Malwa could probably get a sweep off over Tinkaton. Tinkaton would just be annoying. Mega Malwa could probably sweep this team. He doesn't have any blaring type holes that I'm seeing. All the core
Are we
types.
counting our
I think his ground type is Glide, which is like not the best, but the community with Sceptile Mega. But
it's
it does like cover.
passable. His ground being Gligar is passable.
No, because it's fine because he has Lightning Rod Sceptile Mega. So it's fine.
This team loses to a Mammoth
A lot of teams lose the Mammoth line. Dude, your team loses Mammoth line. You
My team does lose to Mammoth.
can't hold that thing against them. Like that's like ice and ground is a it's of a combination to fight against. Like that's understandable. I'll say I'm a fan of the top like 4 Mons. I do personally think this is my personal preference. I do think the rest of the Mons on the team are really wacky. Like Weezing Gallard is really solid. Septile Mega is really solid. But everyone else is oddball.
Are you calling Delphox an oddball? Delphox is gonna come and kill your entire team, bruh.
Honestly, it very well could. But those numbers, 12 kills with 0 deaths, I wouldn't bat an eye. But yeah, no, the most impressive thing about this team is the Delphox. Like 12-0, crazy.
Yeah, those record numbers are crazy. I guess if I were to say something, I
But
just feel like his top tiers are good but overvalued. I don't think Darkrai is worth 19 points. I don't think Terapagos is worth 18 points.
yeah, fair, fair. I think Galapagos is fine. I think Darkrai was definitely overpriced.
I don't know what like I guess when I see Palafin drafted, I want like better cores around it, and I don't really feel like I feel like Bolt is good with Palafin, but I don't feel like Terapagos or Darkrai do much with Palafin.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think the team is like really well built around his top tier. It's just like a bunch of like independent working parts
Yeah.
that are good. The pilot's good. I don't think the team itself is like the reason why
Yeah,
his
I guess
record's
my
so great.
my biggest thing was I think it lacks synergy. But I mean, 5-0, 12
Yeah,
kills with Delphox. I can't say much.
I think that's more for the coaches. Health over the team
Oh yeah, for
with
sure,
that
for
record.
sure, for sure.
But yeah, I'm ready to move on. Split Sydney Sligoo. These are Mega, Earth Blue, and
Fuck
Blood
you.
Moon.
Fuck you.
Do you like Veil for Blood Moon? I do think like he could reasonably set up with Calm Mind behind a Veil. I think that would be really scary.
Yeah. Uh,
Um, Same story with
I just
Ridiculous.
want to say fuck you to this person for drafting Reuniclus, Deoxys Defense, Clefable, R- Rotom Heat, Gotharita, Credilli, Type Null. Fuck you.
They know what they're doing. I'll say
Fuck
that
you.
they're in it to win. They're
Sorry.
not. They do not care about people's feelings. They will just try to get the win. They got Rita at tier three. I
Sorry.
mean, he hasn't brought it to a game yet.
I won't do it again.
Yeah, I do see like what he's like the win cons on the team, and they are very like things to like look at, like Blood Moon, like the free Terra Cap, ridiculous. Mega behind the
Yeah.
veil would be very scary.
Okay, moving on from the fact that I hate this person.
His removal is Rotom Heat. That's it, right?
Sandslash.
Uh, yeah, the hazard removal is a bit weak on the team,
It's
but
it's it's it's
that's
Sandslash, Rotom
fine.
Heat, and Mega Scizor.
Oh right, that has defog. I forgot. That's annoying that you have to use Caesar as your go-to.
I mean, I would
Because
say
like
Rotom Heat
you
is
really don't
probably
want.
more likely to defog than Mega Scissor, but
That's fair. And then Sandslash is like rarely being brought to a game. I think the team looks really cool. I think the team really utilizes Veil
give me a second.
really, really well. Really well.
Yeah, I do agree. I think it utilizes Veil well. His team is slow, like really
Yeah,
slow.
but he has like decent-ish priority. It's just like Vacuum Wave on Blood Moon and like Bullet Punch on Caesar Mega.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
I mean, that's not terrible.
I mean, those are both good
Like
priority
it's
mons, but I don't think that makes up for the fact that his team is slow.
where like you don't need to focus on like speed tiers. And I think this is a solid team that doesn't have to worry about speed tiers. Like this team is just a Veil offense setup team. It's like both the offense in a way.
You are not giving this guy you are not calling this guy's team offense. Shut up. Do not give him that
It
credit.
is.
This
It
is
is.
stall.
Stall. Stall E, but it's not hardcore stall.
You drafted six stall
Like
mods. I'm not gonna call it an offense team if you draft six
Fable,
stall mods.
DOD, Ridiculous. That's it. So Fable, DOD, and Ridiculous. That's it.
No, Gotharita is a stall mod, Type Null is a stall mod, and Credilli is
He
a stall
hasn't got to a game yet, so you can't say Type Null is a stall mod. It's not that good. It's pretty bad.
You could
Just
draft a
knock it
bad
off.
Stallmon. It's still a Stallmon.
I'm not gonna be upset over someone who drops a bad stall mod. Like it's like I don't care. Like it's a solid option for what it is.
I'm not letting you
I
call
don't
this
know if you
team an
need a terror cap
offense
on it.
team. I'm not letting you call this team an offense team.
You know what? Fine, fine. It's a really bulky team, but you would be delusional if you can't like this team can hit you really hard. He has Caesar Mega and an Ursula the Blood Moon. Really strong Pokemon.
Yes, it's not hard.
Like Blake,
It's not hard stall, but it is stall.
Yeah, that's the bulk component of bulky offense.
All right.
But yeah, no, hazard removal is a bit weak, but that's it. Like C tiers are not the greatest. Yeah, true. Bad actually, but I
109
don't
is
think
the
the
top.
team really cares that
109 is
much.
the top of the curve. I think you are getting abused by Mons above 125.
Right, but like he could like again terrible because he already knows that and he could prep around it.
Sure,
If it's like you
that's
know what I
always
mean?
the excuse for bad speed tiers. It's still a bad speed tier.
I think it's excusable. Just like how many mods that can utilize Veil. I think you can get away with having a bad speed tier. Like it's not do or die if you have a bad speed tier on your draft.
I don't know.
I think having
Bad speed tiers with your best scarfer being Rotom Heat. Ugh.
so got solid enough priority to where it's not a problem. The Glock Ribbon.
Maybe I'm just being harsh on this team because this is the least rocker draft of all time.
I personally think it's cool. Like I like the idea behind this team.
Yeah, I don't
Again,
know.
like that's fair. Um oh wow. This team reminds me of Dash. The Alakazam Mega Blaziken. This just seems like a Dash team. Um let's see. There's no grounded poison. That's the first thing I noticed. Um I like the
Terra
fairy dragon.
Empoleon is
Is
weird.
he a fairy? Yeah, yeah. I do think that Empoleon, like the one of the better points of it is its typing, and then like
Yeah.
using character move it is weird. He doesn't
I
have a
would
fairy type.
I would rather be a Terra Galvantula or a Terra Gallisopod, to be honest.
I agree. I think Terra Galvantula is better over Golisopod. I just think
Dude, just Terra both
Golisopod's a
of them.
good mod.
Dude, just don't Terra Lipard and Terra both of them.
Yeah, yeah. I think that would be a better use of his Terra points, but maybe he has like he got 9 kills on Empoleon, so he must be doing something right.
Yeah, that's cool.
The main thing I noticed, he doesn't have a fairy type. And his Empoleon, his only steel type, no, never mind, he has Aggron, but not an Aggron to a game. This is Terra Cap, so if he tears his Empoleon, he loses all dragon resistance, which I think is a problem. I think if he drops Liepard and Aggron to get himself a decent fairy, that would do him wonders. Um, the only removal is Defog, which is fine. As Rock on Lando is
This
always a
team,
solid option.
this division is bad at drafting rapid spinners.
Fair, fair.
Every team,
I
we're
mean,
like, why do you only have default?
yeah, but like I guess you can play around it. Like you don't need
How'd you
rapid
think
spin.
of
It does great against other play options.
of all the teams we've looked at, this team is fine only having deflux. This team doesn't care.
Yeah, I think this is a like really really scary team. Just with a Alakazam Mega and Blaziken. I think Latios and Thundurus carry the sorry, Lando T with playing as support for the other two. This is a team that like I can see in higher division and doing well. Obviously, he would need a fairy type, Aggron and Liepard, and then
Yeah,
probably I do agree that he would have to use the fairy cap points for the 2 bugs.
I think this team is priority weak.
Yeah, I do see that, but it's not even like that priority week because he does have pivots. If anything, it's more pursuit week.
Yeah, that too.
His move pursuit.
But I was thinking like Alakazam, Mega, and Blaziken and Latios all don't want to take these priority moves. Lando T
Right, but like
even.
he has mandibles. He has mandibles and then free Terra Agron that can easily eat those hits. Does Gladios have what?
Latios on this team is
It
weird to
doesn't.
me. I think Alakazam Mega is just like
The better one.
yeah,
Like I understand what you mean. Yeah, he probably should have drafted a bulkier dragon type over
I
Latios, but
agree,
I'm
yeah.
not complaining. Latios is just a solid mon in general. Can't even
Yep,
like
that's true.
hate on that. I just think that Agron and Liepard are just like what are they doing on the team? Get them off the team.
Never coming to a
And this would
game.
be a really and this would be like I would say this is one of my favorite teams I'm like looking at in Sinnoh. This is something I would love to use. Agron.
Interesting.
Like obviously Agron and Liepard. And the offense looks really fun. Shazam and Blaziken.
Yeah, it's a bit the offense is a bit frail for me, but I do think the team overall is pretty solid.
Yeah. Twin City.
It's
DC.
rain.
It is Rain. And Rain is insane this generation.
It's the
So
hardest wait,
it's
this
a
is like
solid
the
team.
hardest rain draft I have ever seen.
Yeah, yeah. Bro was fully committed.
Bro does not function outside of rain.
I mean, solid team. Very easy to prep against. It's more so just like it's heavily matchup dependent if he's gonna
Yeah.
win the game or not. Because like he really did spec all his points into Rain and like no other option. And like I don't like his he has a lot of type repeating. He has like three flying types, which is annoying. And like how many waters? One, two, three, four waters, which isn't terrible, but a rain team, but not like amazing. I do think the team would benefit a lot more if he was to
Please,
invest
please,
in other
please,
types.
please, please show me your specs bundle check on this team that doesn't die in 2 hits.
Yeah, yeah. This is really sad. I mean, I guess you could run a Ferrothorn set, like live a couple hits from my man AV.
PC Ferrothorn.
Oh, he needs it.
It does live 3 ice beams. Or
Something. And it
it
has
does live
leftovers.
it does live 2 ice beams after leftovers is what I mean.
Yeah, that's something. My defensive goat. He cannot get swept that easily. Archaludon in rain is a metal. I do think,
Yes, but again, in rain. If the opponent is properly prepped for you, you won't have rain up on this team.
yeah, yeah. It like he really just made it so like if the opponent like had like a random Pokemon that can just change the weather, it would kind of
I
like do
would
the
bring
same.
a 1 point Vulpix into this team.
I don't know about that, but I would definitely pack a mod with Sunny Day or something. Really just like fuck with the hurricane accuracy. That would be amazing. Um, my main complaint about the team is that Kingdra is an underwhelming system abuser, especially this generation.
You think Kingdra's underwhelming? I think it's a 9 point Terra Captain Kingdra is a fine Swim Abuser.
No, it's a great system user, but I definitely think there's better options. Like for example, Aircap Dreadnought can function well without rain, but he's a menace in the rain.
Here's my thing. I would just like not draft two Swift swimmers when you already have every single mon hoping rain is up.
I do think like being so heavily invested in Rain, I'm curious on how his matches went.
Yeah, he's 3-2 right now.
Right, but like I imagine they'd be either one sided, both losing or winning. Like
Both of
even
his
the 1-0
losses are
loss,
0-1. Yeah.
he barely lost, and those are teams that we ranked pretty highly, Classy Napas and the Dallas Stars. But maybe we're like giving too much grief for this team. He only lost in a
I
really
don't like
bad.
hard weather teams. I just don't. I think they're easy to prop
I
against.
think he did it right though. He drafted it right. If you were to do a hard rated team, this is the right option.
Sure.
In my personal opinion, I think he's chill. I agree with your sentiment that the hard weather team, asking yourself to like get this hard counter prep with, but this season, I think he'll do well.
Alrighty. Last team.
Oh wow, this is the Sun team.
This is not hard sun though. This functions outside of
Yeah,
sun.
yeah. Well, the benefit of the photosynthesis mods is that you can have a Sun team without committing that hard.
What's going on with Zoroark's
I
stats,
think
bruh?
Eric it's been like that for other flights as well. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of Terracap Zoroark. I think it's like
No, I've said this
defeats the
every
point of
time
Zoroark.
I've said this every time I've looked at this. Why do people keep terracapping this thing?
Like I get it, good speed tier, high special attack. Terra does let you get the kills that you'd want with scarf. Um, like I understand why people would want to do it. I just think like a big benefit of Zoroark is that you can hide anyone. Like you could hide Zoroark Hisui as Gudra, and you could like get a free turn off that.
Bro, he has a frickin'
Like why?
Lilligant Hisui that is not Terran.
Yeah, and he
What
can
are
afford it.
you
That's worse.
what
No,
are you doing?
I think the team is really scary to face. If he were, if they were to just change Zoroark Hisui to Lilligant Hisui Terry Cap, this would be a menacing ass team. I think great Tusk, Walking Wake, Torkoal, and team right there. And if you just add Terry Cap Lilligant,
Terra Lilligant Hisui, Celesteela, Gudra Hisui, Delmai's defensive options. It's good.
I will say I don't know what Articuno and Bastiodon is doing on the team. I think just like dropping
Yeah.
both of them and just getting a real 7 point mon would be um again, the team doesn't have ground poison. And this is a team that is not a fan of T Spike.
Get a spiker.
He needs a spiker, is that what they said?
Yeah. Like, I mean, he doesn't need a spiker,
Yeah.
but I think if you drop Articuno and Bastiodon and pick up a spiker, that gives your team more options.
I think Rocks is fine for the team. I think the more pressing issue is having no grounded poison, like this work.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
And then like Carrot Cap Elmine, I'm not familiar.
Wait.
Oh,
I'm about to cook. He doesn't have a fairy or a grounded poison. You know what Monty needs?
but
He needs the peacock, bruh. Pheasantipity.
oh, that's a Dippity. True. Is that 7 points?
No, it's 9.
Yeah, I was about to say if it was 7, that's a steal. I mean, he could probably drop Houndoom Mega. Like, yeah, like even the stats are showing for itself. It's not amazing in the sun. Like, it, it hits like a truck. I agree, but
I don't think it.
outspeed
I don't
them
think it
for
ever.
two.
I don't think it ever does anything Walking Wake can't do. So
Exactly. Completely agreed. Um, I'm a fan of Zorwar Kisui being on the team. Though. I think it's really cool, especially with the sun boosted flamethrowers
no,
in
I
a
agree.
Legion.
I
Would
agree.
work great. I just think it's just
I'm
dropping
actually.
Houndoom Mega Articuno.
I'm a fan of this whole thing. All three Hisui mounts on the team.
Yeah, I think there's like he built the team in a way that like it benefits all three of them. Um, I'm a little confused in what Cell Steel is doing. Steel type, but he already has one in Gudra Hisui. Hisui is now weak to fire, and they're running a fun team,
Interesting.
right? Like I feel like he could probably utilize his
I
points
mean,
better.
Celestial is just really versatile.
No, yeah, for sure, and that's why I'm not like completely against it. Again, it's out of place when you're running a Sun team, at least in my opinion. Like
Yeah,
he could probably utilize the points in a better manner. Like he could probably get like Ogre Hearthstone with like he could get a spiker that way.
yeah.
Like fire boosted Ivy Cudgel would be going crazy.
Um, this is this guy's first draft league, and I think it's an impressive draft.
Actually, wow, yeah, no, first draft. This is a really impressive draft for your first time. Yeah,
You didn't know how draft
um,
league worked, so
I think this team is a pretty solid like first time.
yeah.
Yeah, no, congrats to them.
All right,
Yeah,
that is
pretty much
all the
it.
teams. Ram, what's your favorite team?
My favorite team, I think it's San Antonio Toros. No. It's the Dallas Staryu. It's the one with the glow king. I'm just a slut for glow king. I love it. He
Yeah,
had Pilot One. If he dropped Pilot One and one KO for a Celestial user, it would be a masterpiece. I would love this team.
yeah.
What about you?
My favorite team is the team I call the Rocker team, the Carlisle Colossal.
This would be something that you would draft a
Yeah,
lot too. I'm just not. I feel like Ren and Iron Valiant do similar things. Like I get why they're both there because they're great mons and more options for him to sweep. I just feel like it's a bit redundant.
bro. One runs Scarf and the other runs the Sweeper set. That's what you do.
But you see what I mean, though. You see what I mean.
But
That is all
Ram,
about the team.
but Ram. One runs Scarf and runs the Sweeper. It's easy.
You know what? Like again, I completely agree. This is a very scary team. I personally would not want to face this, but yeah, no. Again, Electric Parade and Chili Reception on the same team. My beloved Iron
Yeah,
Threads
yeah.
and Slowking. It just has all my favorite moms. That's pretty much it. But yeah, no. Honestly, I like a lot of these like Sinnoh drafts. I think they have a really good idea behind them. I just think it tweak them, they'd be very strong teams.
Agreed. And I think the overall lesson of this video has been draft rapid spinners. Uh,
Yeah, agreed. Like I think hazard game, like hazard support, hazard removal, crucial. I think some teams did it really well, but I think some teams have really missed the mark on that.
funnily enough, both of our favorite teams have rapid spinners. Uh,
Correct.
my favorite team has two rapid spinners.
Yeah, fair. But like Iron Threads is just a better rapid spinner.
Yeah.
But besides the point, I'm happy with how the draft turned out for Sinnoh. I think these have been like surprisingly well thought out. Um, yeah, overall, I'm just excited to see how the season shakes out.
Me too. It's been great talking to you.
Yes, sir.
I guess you kind of just gave your
And
final thoughts, but anything you want to say before we sign off?
not really. Looking forward to joining back next season. That's all.
All right. It was great talking to you.
All
And
right.
till
See you,
next
Rocco.
time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
For sure.